Well, Americans are safe and back home today after escaping a war zone. Wink News was there as the first flight was home from Israel landed late yesterday evening at Tampa International Airport. And it has been more than a week of missile strikes and gunfire ever since Hamas launched a terrorist attack on Israel. And the attacks left many Americans stranded, and we know that at least 30 were killed. Last week, Governor DeSantis declared a state of emergency that has allowed the Florida government to bring people back home. And Wink News reporter Claire Galt rushed to Tampa as that flight was incoming. And in a Wink News exclusive, Claire spoke with passengers as they stepped back on American soil.
It took over an hour to get all 270 Americans off the plane behind me. Many of them are Floridians, and for over a week, they were stuck in a war zone. Now they're home safe. Step by step, 270 men, women, children, and puppies made their way down the steps and onto American soil. No fear of bombs, missiles, or war. No fear of Hamas.
I left because of the kids, mostly, so.
Happy to be home, Marianne Halou and her family. Most of her family.
Mixed emotions. Mixed emotions. Happy to be here. You know, it's very emotional to be here, to be away from all of that, for them especially. But at the same time, like I said, you know, I have a lot of people still back there, so.
Marianne and her family split their time between Miami and Tel Aviv. When Hamas launched its terror attack a week ago Saturday, Marianne knew they had to get out. She told me she's grateful to Governor Ron DeSantis for making her escape happen. While Hamas is thousands of miles away, many people now fear they could strike here in the U.S. I asked the governor what he'll do if that happens.
Governor, I know that you've put troopers at Jewish sites across Florida, but as we know, terrorists can attack anytime, anywhere. How can you keep the people of Florida safe, and what should Floridians do?
Well, look, I think one of the things we can do to keep the whole country safe is to stop having an open border. We've had 7 million people come illegally into this country since Biden took office. We don't know who these people are. We know they've come from over 100 different countries. They have come from Iran. They have come from Russia. They've come from China. They've come from the Middle East. And do you think that our enemies aren't going to exploit that border?
Marianne and everyone else on the plane hopes and prays. Being back in the U.S., being back in Florida, means they're safe from terror. Claire Galt, Wink News.
All right, thank you very much. Well, helping lead the charge of getting Americans home is a Tampa-based nonprofit called Project Dynamo. The head of the veteran-led nonprofit is a man named Brian Stern. With financial assets from the DeSantis administration, veterans and volunteers with Project Dynamo made all of this happen. And the head of Project Dynamo is grateful.
270 Americans in one shot. It's the largest rescue Dynamo's ever done. I can't thank the governor enough. I can't thank his team enough. His team has been great. Different parts of the Florida state machine. My team, we've been working really hard. I haven't slept in 4 days. And we're just really happy to be home.
Now, since the start of the war on October 7th, the death toll has risen dramatically and daily, nearing a total of 4,000 casualties on both sides.